This is television for the Isles of Scilly, brought to you with Worldwide Financial Planning, Truro and Penwith College, and the Scilly Lottery. From Radio Scilly, this is scillytv.com. The new school build is taking shape, and Islanders have been to more community consultations over plans for the new building. Steve Rosewell of the construction company Kia says the project is currently on track, although some Islanders have commented that there doesn't appear to have been much activity of late. He says next week and the week after, into October, will be when major developments will change the look of the project.
In the next week or two, we'll see quite a difference appear into the site. At the moment, we've got a tier of steelwork, but next week the precast concrete slabs are placed on top of that, and the following week, on the 11th of October, we commence the superstructure steelwork. So within about a 4-week period of that starting, you'll start to see the building really taking shape and see the size of the building relative to the surrounding landscape and so on.
Councillors are awaiting information on grant funding from Sports England. If they get it, they'll be able to fund an additional 2 sports halls at the community facility. At the moment, the plan is just to have 2. Steve says they'll allow for the extra courts to be added if they get the cash at the last possible minute.
Well, we've advised the client of a date when they need to to give us an instruction with regard to whether it's a 2 or a 4-court hall. Date has been set or established by leaving it as late as possible. So we leave it as late for that decision to be made, but also leave it as late in terms of the impact on the existing school, because clearly we're going to be occupying a part of the playground and so on to construct that sports hall.
One of the Islanders attending the school consultation exercise, Grant Tucker of Oldstown, was worried about the risk of flooding. Steve says the lowest point is above sea level.
I mean, it's been set, relative to be above a certain level, above flood level, to comply with, EA requirements and so on.
One of the big issues is accommodation. Where are the builders going to stay? Permission was granted to put temporary units behind the Longstone Centre, pods which would accommodate up to 38 builders, but they're still not in at the end of September. Radio Scilly understands the cost of bringing them over, and the fact they need to be removed from the site after the build is over could prove too great. But some people in the tourism sector are concerned that if bed spaces are taken by up to 70 builders at the height of the build around May next year, other businesses reliant on tourists could suffer.